Today's essential question is, which step do I use first in solving an algebraic equation? Well, there's not really any one specific way to do it, so you're going to have to decide. And you're going to do this by either adding or subtracting first. Okay, so we're going to get to that later. So, word phrases and their meanings. The word phrase, how many? Well, if you don't know how many, of course you have to represent it with a variable. And most time you're going to use the variable x. The phrase, what number? Is also represented by x, because it's asking you what number. Well, if you don't know the number, you have to represent it by something, so use the letter x when possible. The word is always represented by the equal sign, as in 2 plus 3 is 5. The word is there meant equals. So our problem we're going to use today is a simple one. It's called, what number plus 1 is 3? Now we all know 1 plus 2 is 3, but we're going to do it algebraically. So what we're going to do is, we're going to say, what number is going to be represented by x, plus the addition sign, the number 1, equals, for is, 3. Now, before we go any further, let's think about this. You have to do the opposite operation to each side of the equal sign. The opposite of add is subtract. The opposite of multiply is divide. And vice versa for both sentences. The opposite of subtract is add. The opposite of divide is multiply. So, you have to perform either adding or subtracting first, and then you're going to multiply or divide secondly. So, let's go ahead and finish this. Once you've done this to both sides, which you're going to subtract 1 from both sides of the equal sign, and you're going to be left with x equals 2. Now, for the writing prompt today, you're going to create your own word problem with one variable and describe the process to write an algebraic equation and solve it. You may have to listen to or watch this podcast several times, but eventually I think you'll start understanding how to do this. And be sure and check out podcast number 2 for this lesson.